Hi, everybody. It is July 7th, Thursday. We're here in Kansas City and going to be heading out in a couple of hours to go to sound check. Tonight's one of the shows where we go on first and then Chris Isaac will go on after us. So I think after that, after we play, we'll be heading off to St. Louis, I believe is the next gig. I hope I have a little time there. I'd love to go over and film the Gateway Arch again. I remember being there on tour with Barefoot Servants, and there was like a horrendous rainstorm going on, but we went hell with it. We're going to the Arch, and we went up there. And for anybody who's never been there, it's one of the most remarkable structures you'll ever see. And what happens is there's a train that goes up the arch and down, and you get in these little cars and they stay balanced. So as you're going up, you're still sitting properly. But when you get up inside the arch, it cants inwards and it's got all these windows. So when you're looking, you can actually look under the arch. And we were there in this storm, and I remember I was with John Butcher, and we're looking under the arch, and a bolt of lightning went through the arch. Man, we were going, holy crap, this is unbelievable. But I've seen some great documentaries about the Gateway Arch and how it was built, and when they had the two sides, they built from side to side, and when they got to the center, there was still a piece left that had to go in, the keystone that locked it all in place. But they had to put spreaders in to move the arch up just a little bit. Then they put the keystone in, and then they set it, and that locked the whole thing into place. And there's a whole museum under it and everything. So I don't know what our schedule is going to be like or anything like that, but I would love to go back and see that again. It's been a number of years, and it was just a pretty remarkable piece of engineering for sure. Yeah, everything's chugging along. I'm sure I haven't been outside yet today, and I'm sure it's pretty toasty. So we're going to be cooking, literally out there on stage, wearing suits in the early evening heat, but comes with the territory. That's the gig. You do what you're told to do. But I thought I'd play a little music, and I looked, and I don't think I've addressed this album. I looked, and I can't find it. I may have done it, over 1,000 videos. I try to keep track of things so that I don't get too redundant on it. But there's also people that are joining at this point that really haven't even checked out any of the early stuff, especially all the stuff where I'm playing along. So I'm going to just go ahead and revisit this one again, because this was one of my very favorite projects I've ever been involved with. And that was the Running on Empty album with Jackson Browne. This was cut absolutely live back in 1977 on tour, and we went on the road, and I think there was an expectation that Jackson would be doing, his hits and stuff, and pretty much we went out on the road and played all new material for people at that time, and it was really kind of unheard of. So when people were at these concerts, these songs, they were not familiar with them. And it really made for an interesting dynamic, but it was a fabulous tour in the end. Man, everybody was like so great on this. We had the section opening the show, so we got to play it a ton during it. And the lineup on this is myself and Russ Kunkel. On this, we got Craig Durgee on keyboards, Danny Korchmar on guitar, the incredible David Lindley on fiddle and lap steel. Jackson singing his heart out, playing great piano and guitar on it, and Rosemary Butler and Doug Haywood on background vocals. I think that was it for this. It was engineered by Dennis Kirk and George Ibarra and the great Greg Ladani, who's no longer with us, and mastered by Bernie Grunman. So I'm just going to let this thing run from the top for a little while here. I'm not going to play the whole thing, that you can go back, but I have people over all these decades just coming up going, that's one of my favorite albums. I absolutely loved Running on Empty, and the people that have saw that tour, and then also just the joy of being on the road now with Lyle, and we're playing venues that we played on that tour. And it's just, to me, the experience. I'm so grateful that we're able to be back on the road again. I just, there's a thing that when you're on stage and you look down and you see the joy in people's faces when they love the music and they're having just a great time. It really is one of the great healers one could ever imagine. When we did the James Taylor and Carole King Troubadour tour, I mean, we would look out and we'd see like 3 generations of families all kind of holding hands and singing along. I mean, it was like so emotional. There were times in the shows where we would almost be crying just out of emotion for the experience that we were having up there. So this was a really special tour, and I am forever grateful to have been a part of this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here and just play a few of the tracks. I think this on YouTube, this kind of runs in order, but it starts with Running on Empty, which is how we kick the show off. So here we go. Let's dig it. Anticipation. So badass.
Gotta do what you can just to keep your love alive. Try not to confuse it with what you do to survive. At 69 I was 21 and I called the road my own. I don't know when that road turned up to the road I'm on. Running on empty.
And it's going to go, I think, right into the next tune of the show. Yeah, this is The Road. This song was written by Danny O'Keefe, great artist himself. And it's Lindley on violin and Jackson on acoustic.
Highways and dance halls, a good song takes you far. You write about the moon and you dream about the stars. Blues in old motel rooms, girls in daddy's cars. You sing about the night and you laugh about the scars. Coffee in the morning, cocaine afternoon. You talk about the weather and you grin about the room. Phone calls long distance to tell you how you've been. You forget about the losses, you exaggerate the wins. When you stop to let them know you got it down, it's just another town along the road. Ladies come to see you if your name still rings a bell. They'll give you damn near nothing and they'll say they knew you well. So you tell them you remember, but they know it's just a game. And along the way their faces all begin to look the same. When you stop to let them know you got it down, it's just another town along the road. Well, it isn't for the money, and it's only for a while. You talk about the rooms and you roll away the miles. Gamblers in the neon, clinging to guitars. You write about the moon, but you're wrong about the stars. 'Cause when you stop to let them know you got it down, it's just another town along the road.
Piece of writing. Who's Rosie? This one was always controversial. Craig.
She was standing at the loading when the trucks rolled up. She was sniffing all around like a half-grown female pup. She wasn't hard to talk to, looked like she had nowhere to go. So I gave her a pass so she could get in and see the show. And I sat her down right next to me and I got her a beer. While I mixed that sound on the stage so the band could hear. The more I watched her play, the less I thought of to say. And when they walked off stage, the drummer swept that girl away. But Rosie, you're alright. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rosie, that's my thing. When you turn out the light, I got to hand it to me. Looks like it's me and you again tonight, Rosie. Well, I guess I might have known from the start she'd come for a star. Could have told my imagination not to run too far. Of all the times that I've been burned, by now you'd think I'd have learned that it's who you look like, not who you are. You gotta keep that in mind, Rosie. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rosie, that's my thing. When you turn out the light, I got to hand it to me. Looks like it's me and you again tonight. Oh, looks like it's me and you again tonight. Looks like it's me and you again tonight, Rosie. Rosie, 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 Rosie.
You love the thunder.
When you look over your shoulder and you see the life that you've left behind, when you think it over, do you ever wonder what it is that holds your life so close to mine? You love the thunder and you love the rain, what you see revealed within the anger is worth the pain. And before the lightning fades and you surrender, you got a second to look at the dark side of a man. You love the thunder and you love the rain. You know your hunger
was just a great thing. There's so many more songs here. I just wanted to do those few just to kind of rekindle the flame, and the real joy I have is, I sit there every night now, and I look next to me, and I'm still, these many decades later, I'm sitting next to Russ Kunkel, and he's still playing his ass off. And he's as strong a drummer as he's ever been, and it's just a joy every night just to look over, and we just sometimes just sit and grin at each other going, man, this has been one hell of a ride, I'll tell you that. And then having the immediate family in our corner too, because Cooch was out there on the Running on Empty tour, and Cooch is the immediate family too. He's actually the instigator that put this whole thing back together again. So it's a remarkable journey for everybody on this, and I look forward to bringing the pleasure to people tonight, like we did on the Running on Empty tour in '77, and all the tours. It's really a remarkable. Just a remarkable existence to be able to do these things. All the James Taylor tours we did, and Phil Collins and Jackson and Linda Ronstadt and Carole King and all this. And the fact is that everybody's still got game, as one would say, and so we're still at it. So I'm excited to get out there tonight and do it again. I'm just wishing everybody all the very best. We still have issues with COVID looming heavily over everybody's heads. I think tonight we'll have most of the band back. I think there's one member who's got like 2 more days of quarantine, and then he'll be back with us either tomorrow or the next gig. But everybody's coming up, and we are working our asses off at staying safe. So I just think all the time about all the people that are out there that are just kind of just doing whatever they want to do and kind of ignoring it. And we're fortunate. There was no way anybody could be on this tour if they had not been fully vaccinated and boosted. So we're as protected as we can be, and we still have issues going on. So I just wish everybody to be safe and take good care of themselves and their family and their community, because this isn't a personal thing. This is for everybody doing the right thing. And again, I just am always thinking about all the people that are put in positions of slight danger, that deal with the public, from police and fire and postal workers and all the medical workers, the grocery workers. It's tough. So think about everybody else too, what they're dealing with, and give them some space and slack. So I'm going to get running here. There's so many things that can be dealt with. I save most of that stuff for my Facebook page, but I'm just thankful for all the people who are really trying to make this world a better place every day, and so that's it. I'm gonna get ready. I've got a few things to go over here for tonight's show, and then pack up and check out and head over to the Starlight Amphitheater and get to work. So you take good care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.